the women's 800, all 3 Americans get through the final.
Everyone got through. If we did the prediction contest,
everybody
would still be in.
Because Keely Hodgkinson's there. Antonio Gould's still there.
Mary Mora,
the Kenyan, is still there. And then the 3 Americans still there.
The only surprise, or the name that people don't know, and they should, is Deribe Watelji of Ethiopia. She was in Athing Mo's heat. She likes to push the pace, so keep an eye on her. And then Anita Horvat of Slovenia. But yes, everybody listens to this pod would have had the 3 Americans. They would have had Keely. They would have had
Gould.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah. So in any event, that was the women's 8. There's not much there.
All right.
You talked to Athing Mo. Was there anything new?
Or just talked to Athing Mo. She's all smiles. I asked her, like, hey, are you kind of like approaching these races differently compared to the final? And she said yes, because some people are thinking that Athing doesn't look good in these rounds. But she is holding a lot back. She's running it kind of like a 1500.
Yeah. Just
stay in the front, near the front, and then put whatever gas you need to put on it in the final 100 to secure a top 2 spot. We asked her, she said this was the semifinal was the first time she's ever run a majority of the race not in the lead. Because she always goes to the lead.
Yeah.
She ran in second for the entire,
Did she do that on purpose?
She said, I don't know if she did it on purpose. She said she was just kind of trying to run controlled. And she thought that was like the best spot, but she was like, "Yeah, I guess I've never done that before."
Yeah.
So, but she said she's trying to conserve it because she knows she's got 3 rounds and she's gonna let it all out in the final.
Not only do you believe that Athing Mo is fine and comfortable, you're getting mad at people who are bringing it up. When we were watching it today, someone's like, "She doesn't look that great." You're like, "Nope, she looks fine." You were the defender.
I was like,
she's fine. It's just how a heat looks. That's what you're saying.
She's running. She's trying to run as slow as possible. That's what she was doing.
And still qualify.
Yeah. Slow as possible with the big Q. And that's what she did.
But someone like Watelji's pushing the pace. It makes it hard. And then you have to latch on. But I don't blame her. Yeah. Why? Just
run as slow as possible. I want to run as slow as possible in everything.
The lane assignment does not matter.
That's why people submit like papers 1 minute before the deadline. Like we don't do things a day before. Yeah. We show up for this podcast 5 minutes before it goes live. We don't show up.
That's because we're walking from the
meeting. Yeah, but we take our time because we want to go as slow as possible.
Someone brought up Mora in the chat. I mean, she's been someone we've had an eye on for a while. She broke out in terms of maybe the track public's view when she beat Hodgkinson. She's an interesting person. Like, she had that little bit of gap on Aji Wilson, excuse me, and then Wilson kind of closed it up there, but she's got that 400-meter speed too. So keep an eye on Mary Mora, but obviously Mo's going to come in as the favorite, but Aji Wilson
looked good too.
Yeah, Aji Wilson gave her a really good race in trials. I think it's a blowout. Athing Mo is going to win. If it's a close race, I think there's a lot of women who can throw their name in there.
I think that USA's result is admiration.
What?
Admiration? That's not the word.
Close.
What's the word?
There's a B.
Colt, do you know?
There's a B.
Admiration.
No.
Abdomination.
No, that's not what the B does. Away. Yeah.
Colder.
Aberration.
Aberration.
There it is.
Aberration. It was an aberration because I think Athing Mo was not thinking about winning USA's. I think she was looking at this as USA's and Worlds was just a 5-round race. You got to run the first, second.
What? USA's and Worlds is a 5. What does that mean? They're 3 weeks apart.
Well, she's like, how many rounds were there in the 800 USA's? Were there 3? No, I think she was looking at USA's as just like a formality. It was like NCAA prelims. It's not a trash take. She's trying to jog as much as possible until the final 48 hours from now, where she's going to go out and run 154. That's not a trash take. When that happens, when she runs 154, you're going to take that piece of garbage out of that trash can and you're going to eat it. That's what's going to happen.
I'm not going to say.
Because I'm going to ask her, be like, have you been jogging every round up until now? She's like, yeah.
She got passed with 50 to go, dude.
No.
At USA's. First of all, it would be 6 rounds.
6 rounds. I didn't know how many rounds were there at USA's.
First of all, there's 3 weeks apart. I guarantee.
It's one long round.
You should ask her, have you treated USA's and Worlds like a 6-round race? If she says yes,
then you'll eat the piece of paper?
I'm not going to eat a piece of paper. But no, that's a ridiculous way to look at it. The plan was not for Aji Wilson to pass her with 50 to go. Just guarantee that. I agree with you. She's cruising through now.
No,
because that's fine.
no. Yes, that wasn't a plan.
not to
But the
get
plan was
past.
to run as slow as possible, even at USA's. And that because she got a little too confident, she was like, "Oh, ooh, I went a little too slow. I gotta turn it on in the final 25 meters." Stop yawning.
It's a boring take.
It's not. It's a real take. She has been trying to run as slow as possible because she wants to save it all for this one race 48 hours from now. I'm gonna ask her that. She will say,
You've asked her that already. You asked her that in USA's, and she disagreed with you.
I didn't ask her that at USA's.
Yeah, are you just kind of cruising through these rounds and
I did.
After the final, I felt like you asked her.
I don't think I asked.
I feel like
I don't think I interviewed her after the final. That was your interview.
Someone asked it. I just don't. I don't.
We'll find out in 48 hours, and then you'll eat the piece of trash.
There's nothing that she can do that will prove that you're right because
she can write a signed letter to you, dear Kevin.
If she does that,
I was trying to run as slow as possible because I'm saving it all to run 154 at the World Championship final.
If she writes it, then I will eat that paper that was in the trash. If she a signed letter, that's what I need.